Auschwitz. They can watch it in Hamtramck. They can watch it in Bangladesh. They can watch it in Yemen. And it's free. And so what I put on here today, right now, can be seen tomorrow somewhere else. So it gives people a chance who can't be in class a chance to learn something about it.
What's the channel name?
I'll do that in a minute. Yeah, I'll show you so you can write it down. We have some new folks today. We have Hamtramck, and in the back, you had a paper for me. Yes, I see that. Kausar and Sahanara. Kausar, Sahanara. Your family name is Pamez. So what should I call you? Kausar? What?
Kausar Parvez.
Kausar Pamez. Sahanara. Sahanara. You say it. Sahanara.
নাম উচ্চারণ করো
Say it. Sahanara. Okay. Very good. Sit down, relax. And up here in the front. Sumaya? Okay. Sumaya, yes. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I have some new names to remember. My sign-in sheet is going around. Can you? So back up here to the front, day and date. When you fill out forms here in the U.S., month, day, year. Okay. Some places it's day, month, year, but U.S. it's this way. You will often see, if you do it electronically, they will often put on top this. To remind you, month, day,
year.
and year. Sometimes you will see it like this. That means they only want 6 digits. So this one would be
25.
It will tell you that in advance. The other thing to remember about this is there are 2. So today's day, if you do that, the computer is going to say, I don't understand. So you need to put the 0. Okay. Computers are smart, but not that smart. They can't figure things out if you don't help them out. So today's day and date. How about, we haven't done this in a while, the weather. What can we say about the weather? What is weather? What is it? What does that mean? The word weather. What does it mean? Close. Climate is weather is so I can say I would like to know the weather today. What is the weather today? If I said I would like to know the climate of Michigan. Is Michigan like the same climate as Florida or California? Over time, there are days in Michigan it's just like Florida, hot, sunny, but other days snowing, rainy, different weather for different climate. So weather and climate are related, but not the same. What can we say about today's weather? Is it sunny or is it cloudy?
Cloud.
It's cloudy. Let's see if I can find another pen. Is it snowing or not snowing? Now I'm going to give the big word for those of you that are new word, but for those of you that have been here, what is that? Anything that comes out of the sky that's from water. Rain, snow, sleet, fog is called precipitation. Precipitation. No precipitation. Right now. What does that mean? Right now.
On this time.
At this time, yes. What can we say about how we feel? Cold. How cold?
Very cool.
I will say very cold. Very cold. Well, let's be more accurate. We can say how cold. We can look on our thermometer and see how cold. How cold is it outside? Anyone know? I think it was. That's what I saw this morning when I left for work. What's this? What's that little? 23 degrees Fahrenheit. Do we all know Fahrenheit? Yes? No? I hear a yes. I hear a no. Is this above or below freezing? Below freezing. What does that mean, below? Down, yes. So below means under. So Fahrenheit?
Celsius.
Celsius. Those of you that come from other countries probably use Celsius. Canada uses Celsius. So here in Michigan, if you listen to the radio and it tells you the temperature, if you have Canadian station, you get Celsius. American station, Fahrenheit. So how do they relate to each other? Special number for Fahrenheit. What happens? At 32 degrees Fahrenheit, what happens? Water freezes. Water melts. You can't decide. Am I going to freeze? Am I going to melt? At 32 degrees. Celsius, same thing. This and this, that's the same for water. 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So how about this one? What happens?
It's too hot and
Helena, it boils. The water blah, 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 for your coffee, for your tea. Okay? This one is the same as this. Which one is easier to use? If you're in science, this one is easier. It's the metric system. But you, good morning. Look at you all ready with us. Yeah.
How are you guys doing?
We were doing the weather and temperature and yeah, it's cold. Tamana, we have some new students. Today we have Samaya.
Hello.
Samaya, and this is Tamana, right here, okay? And we have Kausar in the back,
Assalamualaikum.
Tamana, and Sahanara,
Assalamualaikum.
okay? And we have Etham,
Hello. Assalamualaikum.
So Tamana is works with me as a teacher, but she will be doing something special with you, computer instruction. We're kind of setting that up. So that's an additional piece.
Yeah, Ishak just told me today that we can talk about it because right now we are trying to get the laptops and trying to get the Wi-Fi back up here, but whenever it's not ready. Whenever it's ready, I will let you know that Thursday maybe we will have another class, but not now. I will confirm you, and then we will start coming on Thursday. Is that clear? Anybody understand?
Additional
Okay.
day, an extra day.
Monday, let me try to explain it to my language again. So আরেকটা ক্লাস বৃহস্পতিবার হবে, কিন্তু এখনো শিওর না। যখন আমরা শিওর হব তখন আমি আপনাদের সবাইকে বোর্ডে লিখে দিব না। ওইটা কম্পিউটারের ক্লাস হবে খালি। ওকে?
Now, she said that in Bengali, but for those of you that are not Bengali speakers, we have Ukrainian speakers, we have Arabic speakers. So anything else that I missed? No?
So, do you
Do
understand?
we have any?
Okay. Do you understand? Okay. So,
Do we have any French speakers?
but we are not ready. So we will write down in a board when we are ready to take the class. Okay?
Got it?
Yes.
Okay. Did everyone sign in?
Okay. So,
Ivana has some notebooks for those of you that don't have one. And when you get your notebook, this is for you to put your notes for today in. If I ask you to write something on paper that's you're going to give me, I have paper here so that you can keep your notes in your own book. We have lots of paper. I have to just bear with me a minute because I have some new names that I have to remember. Okay. Russell, there's new, Sima, Ina. Both of you came in at the same time. Ima. Ima. And Ina and Polina. Etam. MD. MD Rahman.
Ahmed, Mahfuz Ahmed.
No, you're MD Mahfouz. Can I call you Mahfouz?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Mahfouz and Tamina. Yeah. Mahfouz and Tamina. Samaya, over here. MD Joynal. Yes. So I'll call you Joynal. Is that okay?
Yes.
If I have too many MDs, I'll get confused. Okay. And CD, welcome back, CD. And we missed you yesterday. Nazar, Zavanar, and Kalida. Did I say it correctly? Kalida. Okay, you didn't sign in yet.
oh, yeah, he did not sign it.
If I forget to give you the sign in, please remind me or you to sign in so that I know this is our record. This is our attendance. What does that mean, attendance? The word attendance. Attendance means that you are present here. You are here. Attendance. Person is here in attendance. If they are not here, you are absent. Do you know absent?
Yes.
So if I say, oh, did you attend school Monday? That means, were you here? yesterday, Monday? Okay. Were you absent yesterday? Not here.
Thunder is the same as the present.
Pardon?
Thunder is the same.
Attendance, present. You're leaving us? No, I'll do that one tomorrow. Did you get this one?
Yes, I
You have that? Okay. Oh, that's right, you were here yesterday, you came in and she gave it to you. All right, let's go back here, and Ina, I'll see you on Monday.
Yes.
All right, stay warm. So, notice the metric system. So, we would say today, because it's 23 degrees Fahrenheit, we'd say it is below freezing. So I wanted to give you a few extra words here, bye-bye, about the weather that we'll be using. And I know this, for those of you that have been here, this is old information, but we'll go through this again. This is kind of a chart describing the temperature in words, not numbers. So, oh, it's so hot. It's very, very warm. Like in summer. Warm. What is that? I feel good. It's nice. This one?
Chilly.
Chilly. What does that mean? Yeah, it's a little not comfortable. So, oh, I feel chilly. Maybe I'll put on a sweater. Okay? But, cold. Now, I'll put on my, what's this one? Jacket or coat. Okay. So you can see this getting less, the temperature is going down. What does that mean? Freezing. What happens? What happens when it's freezing? To you?
Taking cold.
The weather is freezing.
What happens to this when it's freezing?
Freezing.
Ice.
Ice.
What happens to you when it's freezing?
Ice.
Ice, yes. You can get freezing fingers, nose, ears, where there's no blood going through. So then, what does that mean? Sub-zero. Sub. What does that mean?
Down.
What? Under.
Under the.
Yes. Yes. Like, do you know the word submarine?
Yeah.
What is a submarine?
Go through the underwater.
It goes under the water. Under. So sub means underneath. Below or under. Except for submarine sandwich. What is a submarine sandwich? Do you know that one? Here in USA? No? It looks like a submarine. The boat that goes underwater. So it got that name. There's a very, very famous fast food place here called Subway. Do you know Subway sandwiches? They make these submarine sandwiches. Do we know where there is a Subway? Where is there a Subway? Anyone been to New York?
Underground.
It's a train that goes underground. New York City has subways. Toronto has subways. So this is just a listing of words we have for the weather. For those of you that are interested, we are expecting some snow tonight. And back to talking about weather and climate. There's something happened yesterday in California, in Los Angeles. Does anyone know what happened? Fire in the city of Los Angeles. A forest fire. The trees, everything is burning. Why? Why? Any idea?
Dry conditions.
What does that mean? Dry conditions.
No precipitation.
No rain. So everything is dry. The grass is dry, the trees are dry, the flowers are dry, everything is dry. So when something, a match, a light, burns. This is an example of changing climate. So today, we have no precipitation, but it's not dry conditions in our climate. So, weather, each day we have weather. Climate is over time. Okay, yesterday, before we start with the grammar piece, I mentioned a little bit about tomorrow is a special day in Washington, D.C. So I guess we better do this. Give me some of these. Pass this one out. You have enough? Did we have enough? Who needs one? Everyone? remembers? Who is that guy?
Jimmy Carter.
Who is he? Or who was he?
President.
Ex-president.
Ex-president. And what's this?
39.
39. Notice that we do that, I didn't point this out for those of you that are new. When we talk about the date here, January 8th, you will see often, if someone says January 8th, okay, but usually when we put things in order, we use that way to represent first, second, third, fourth, fifth, those endings, and then they repeat. If we get to 10th, then 11th, 12th, 13th. Lots of THs.
Use this in the building.
In what?
Building.
Building? Like what?
First, second.
Yes. I'm on the first floor.
No.
I'm going to the second floor. If you say I'm going to floor 1, you'll be understood. But it's often the way we record numbers in order. So someone might say they have children and say their child is 8 years old. 8. But then we say that child is in 3rd grade. If you say grade 3, okay, but we often use that representation to show things in order, to put things in order. It comes in handy because we often say, I have 5 things to do. What is the first thing I need to do? It means it puts them in order. What is the third thing I need to do? We put things in order. So 39th president, that was the years. What does that mean? What does this mean?
Periods.
This, what? Through. Yes. This means 1976 through. Yes. We often use this to show the word. So, does anybody know anything about Jimmy Carter? Anything? Have you ever heard of him before? He's famous for several things. Number 1, he lived to be 100 years old. The oldest person to be president that had been president of the United States. That's quite old. He was born in Georgia. Where is Georgia?
State.
It's one of our states. We have to remember names and geography. There's a country called Georgia. Do we know Georgia? It was part of the old Soviet Union in the Caucasus Mountains. Georgia is a country. But here in the U.S., Georgia is a state that's in the south, north of Florida, south of the Carolinas, Georgia. He was born in Georgia, and his family were farmers. And they lived very modestly. They were not rich people. They were hardworking farmers. And Jimmy Carter was the only president we have had that was a scientist. He was not a businessman, lawyer, but he was a scientist. He was a farmer as well, but many of our presidents had been farmers. What is a farmer? What is a farmer?
Agriculture.
Pardon? Agriculture. Plants and animals. Correct. And he was a nuclear scientist. What does that mean? Nuclear. Atomic energy, yes. And when he lived in Washington in 1976, he did something that was the first person to do that, on top of his house. And there's a special house where he lived. What's that house called? Who remembers? Where the president lives. Anyone? It's a color. The White House. Yes. And the White House is where each president lives. And he put solar panels on the White House for energy. He was the first to do that. So changing times, because he was into science. He liked science. So as a young man, he made his living as a farmer, and he was a peanut farmer. Do you know peanuts?
The food grow in
It's a food.
underground.
Yes, it's a legume, but it grows underground and has a shell. And peanuts are very high in protein. So it's a very good food, very healthy food. And he grew peanuts. So often he is referred to as the peanut farmer. So tomorrow will be a day, if you look at the news, you will see a procession throughout the Capitol, people showing their respect. And that is called what is that word?
Funeral.
Funeral. What is a funeral? Funeral.
This dead body
The dead body is what?
freezing.
No, the
Not frozen.
No. Yeah.
Buried. What does that mean? Buried. What happens to people when they die? We put them underground. We call that buried. And the word for that is burial. It's the action. So that's tomorrow. Many people are so young, they don't remember Jimmy Carter, but I do. He was, when I was young, he was a very important person. So we've had, since Jimmy Carter, he was number 39, and in 13 days, we will have number 46 presidents. So, reminding us, in the U.S. political system, we have an election for president. How often?
Every 4 years.
Every 4 years, there's an election. And the president becomes, the new president, January 20th is the date. January 20th is the date the new president takes office. So that's in, what is today, 8? So less than that, 12 days? 12 days. So that was Jimmy Carter. Yesterday, I think I mentioned this, Jimmy Carter, yes, you have to leave CD?
Yeah. I have all. Like,
Did you get all your papers?
Yeah, I have all.
She's going to give you more. You have? We'll see you. Have a good weekend. See you. See you Monday. Jimmy Carter was president during a time of big changes in the United States and in the world. It had to do with this.
Yeah, but have you done it? I mean, you tried to do it?
Oil. When I talk about oil, I'm not talking about olive oil. I'm talking about petroleum oil. The one that's found underground that we use for,
Is that professional?
Yeah, it's an app.
gasoline
Plastic.
and plastic. So when I say plastic,
Yeah.
this plastic from here comes from petroleum
This is right?
oil underground. Most plastics are. There are other plastics that are made with vegetable oil, corn oil, and so on. But this one is petroleum oil.
Petroleum.
The word, we use the word here in the USA, gasoline, or I'm going to put gas in my car. What we're putting in the gas is, or we're putting in the tank is gasoline. Because we know the word gas is something else. Gas is air. For example, there's gas in this room. Oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, other things here. But we often use this word gas for my car. So in 1976, there was a big problem. The price of gasoline went up a lot. And people were not happy. Not happy. When I was in high school in the 1960s, gasoline went down to 11 cents a gallon. 11 cents. And then all of a sudden, the price of gasoline went way up, and people were not happy. And then there was Inflation. Bye, CD. See you.
Have a good day.
What is inflation? What's high? The price of things is going up. Inflation. Too fast.
Say demand is high.
Demand may be high, but the price, the important thing is the price is going up. So it was bad enough that people said, we're not happy with him. So he lost the election because of that. So we have to remember about this word inflation, because today, what's one of the things that's very different in 2024 and in 1976 is that today's economy in our world is so connected. If I look around the room at the things in this room, and I look to see where they are made all different countries, more than it was in 1976. These pens, where are these pens made? Where do you think? What do you think? Any idea? If you go to the store to see where things are made, pardon? That was at one time. But today, China. China is the manufacturing country of the world. They are making more stuff than any other country. These pens are actually made in the USA. Some of these other pens are made in China. Your laptops, where are they made? Your cell phones, where are they made?
Everything.
Pardon?
Everything.
You can see, you can look to see. It's made from all over the world. If you drive a car, anyone here drive a car? I do. I drive a Japanese car. It's called a Toyota.
Yes.
Where is it made?
Japan.
Japan? USA? My car, one car. The parts, Japanese, American, Mexican, Canadian, in that car. It's from all over. They ship them in, put them in, combine them, so it's very complex. Very complex. So, just as, because we're talking about Jimmy Carter, and we'll do this one first. Washington, D.C. And for some of you, we have already talked about this, but we'll do it again. Do we know Washington, D.C.? Where is it? Where is Washington, D.C.?
Capital of USA.
Where? Not what. What is the capital? What is Washington, D.C.? Oh, it's the capital. Where is it? Do we know where?
Yeah.
Yes.
The place. Where the place?
Tell me, where is it?
Where is it?
Is it near Michigan?
No. New York.
Is it near New York?
Maybe.
Closer. I'll show you quickly here. We all need to know where this is. You look on here and you'll see over here, you see Virginia, state of Virginia. You see Maryland, this pink right here, that says Maryland. That's another state. I don't think you can see it here, but if you look closely, you will see a little circle with a star inside, and it says here, Washington, D.C. Okay, it's the capital. It's not a state, it's a city. Next to Virginia and inside the state of Maryland. It is not the capital of Maryland. Annapolis is the capital of Maryland. But this is the capital for the United States, including Alaska, Hawaii, and the Pacific Islands that are part of the USA. We have to remember that Washington, D.C. needs the D.C. because this is Washington State. Washington State. Washington State is on the West Coast. Washington, D.C. is on the East Coast. Okay. Washington, D.C. is a city. So who runs it? Who runs Washington, D.C.? What? The U.S. government runs it. They don't have senators. They don't have Congress people. It's operated by the federal government. So we're going to read a little bit about Washington, D.C. One of the things that you have to remember about Washington, D.C. is where it's located. Someone said near New York. It's pretty close. At the time that the United States became the United States, this was, the United States was just this, 13 colonies. From here up to here. That was the United States. And Washington, D.C. was in the middle, so that you could be on your horse and go from to your state to the capital. So let's read this. We'll start. Samaya, would you like to start reading for us? Reading out loud, yes. You don't need to stand, but if you like, you can.
आपण डायरेक्ट आपण डायरेक्ट चाललेलं It's okay. Do you wanna?
Unusual as no state. Or DC.
Why is called Washington? This DC.
Okay, hold on. Notice when you come to these punctuation, Washington, comma, DC. When you see this and you see that comma, it means in your reading, give it a little pause. Washington, DC. Notice that when you have, before that, when it says, that is why, that capital T indicates that we have a new sentence at the beginning. That was good, thank you. Thank you. Continue, next paragraph. George. United States.
In the state of Virginia. The states of Maryland and Virginia is Maryland state of Virginia.
To
From the Washington.
form,
From Washington.
no, form. Keep going, keep going.
Washington. This name after Gregory Washington.
George Washington, after George Washington. Okay, hold on. Next one, next paragraph. Has wide parks, building, history, famous, the home of the president. Good, very good. Another important capital. Congress, notice that we have this word capital with an O in it. Notice up at the top, capital with an A. The word capital means that if we use states, we say the capital of Michigan. Lansing is the capital. The capital of another state in New York, the capital is Albany. We have, each country has a capital city that is where the government operates. But when we use this word capital with an OL, it's referring to that building. It's a specific place in Washington. It's where your representatives and legislators go to make laws. Next paragraph.
Washington DC is very special in this spring. Japan sent more than 3,000 cherry trees to the United States in 1912. The trees have beautiful flowers in March or April. It is a very pretty time to see Washington DC because it is cherry blossom.
Millions of people visit Washington DC. Tourism is an important business. The other main business is government. Every year, the president sees the leaders of many countries in Washington DC.
So it's the place of political business for the United States as its capital. But it is actually a very, very beautiful city. When it talks about the cherry trees, if you go there in the spring, it is just beautiful with those trees and they smell so great. Washington, D.C. is a city where if you want to stay there, it's very expensive. If you want to get a hotel, very expensive. But the buildings are free. The museums are free. You want to go visit people in the Capitol building, you can go visit them. And it's a very interesting place. So this is telling you a little bit about Washington, D.C. as a place. What it doesn't tell you, a few other things we just mentioned, one of the things in Washington DC is the Capitol building. That's with the O in it, Capitol building. That's where people make the laws. It also has the United States Supreme Court. What is that? Supreme Court. The highest U.S. court. Yes. It also has the place where the president and his family live, which is the White House. Yes. You can visit the White House during certain hours and go in and not everything, just a little part. Down at the bottom, you will see 8 words, and then on this side and the other side, there are 8 spaces. See if you can match up the correct word in the space. I'll give you a few minutes to do that, and then we'll go through these. Sahanara and Azar, they get these.
Did you get the bird paper? Leaving? We'll see you Monday. Have a good week. Pardon? Good? Yeah. এখানের মধ্যে ওয়ার্ড আছে, এই ওয়ার্ডগুলো একটু নিয়ে একটু ম্যাচ করতে পারেন, আর না পারলে কোনো সমস্যা নেই, ও এক্সপ্লেন আস্তে আস্তে বুঝবেন। আচ্ছা, কখন দেবেন? আচ্ছা, সমস্যা নেই, জাস্ট ওরা ফেলে ফেলে দেওয়ার সময় ইয়ে হবে। Anybody have any questions? Questions? Vincent?
Those of you that have been here a while, this is not many of you, but anyway, to let you know that we will be doing reading individually that allows me to hear how you read, and we need to be respectful of each person that's reading. I will do some correcting if I don't think the way you're saying the words is correct, but it helps me to see how you're reading out loud, and it will help all of us. The other thing is, when we fill out these papers like this, I don't mind if you help each other. If you're questioning what's the correct one, help each other out with that. But in terms of how much time we have, we're going to do this together right now. Okay? So this is a very typical way of filling out these forms. When they give you information, when they give you information from the story, there are certain clues that you can use to figure out what is the correct word. So let's go down here to the meaning of these words. And so number one, Helena, take that one for us, please.
White streets are streets that are along only from one side to the other.
Okay. So it's telling us the meaning. Wide streets are. What kind of streets? So the first one is from the box, and it's wide streets. So let's take a look up here in the story, and this third paragraph, the city of Washington, D.C. has wide streets. So it's telling us from the story, but it's also giving us the meaning. Okay, number two, Rima. You want to read number two? Number two.
The
time
when the cherry trees approach is cherry blossom time.
Cherry blossom time. Notice flowers. Do you see the word flowers? The word flowers is the plant. We see flowers in the garden in the spring. Notice the word flour is also a food that we use for baking. Different word, different spelling. Next one, Muhammad. Number three. The what?
He is the center of this government.
So what word goes in the space? Pardon?
Don't fill up that yet.
We'll help each other out. streets. Number 2. Okay, number 3.
Capital.
Capital of. Number 4. Let's take a look here. Number 4. A company that buys and sells things. What is that? Look at our choices. Business. Okay.
Business is a company that buys and sells things.
Business is a company that buys and sells things. Okay, number 5. Mafuz? No, wait, hold on. I'm sorry, wrong one. Joynell. Number 5.
5.
Yes.
It's not bad. Right?
No, 5 on the top.
Okay, something but the get the
ফার্স্ট নাম্বার যে হ্যাঁ ফার্স্ট নাম্বারটা
A first number.
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ রিড করেন আর অ্যানসার পারলে অ্যানসারটা বলুন
B is the world
Building.
a building where the US Congress
Meets. What's the name from the box? The building. Which one?
এখানে এই ওয়ার্ডগুলো থেকে কোনটা হবে এখানে ব্ল্যাঙ্কে ওয়ার্ডগুলো পড়েন এই ওয়ার্ডগুলো যে এখানে ওয়ার্ড যে এগুলা হ্যাঁ এখানে কোন ওয়ার্ডটা হবে ওই ফার্স্ট নাম্বারে
So this is it. We're selecting from the box. And what's the correct word?
one
The capital.
one
Notice here, capital on this side in the box, we're putting here. Notice this one is with an O, Capitol Building. Okay. So now write that in.
ওকে এই
Number
ওয়ার্ডগুলো
five.
যে ওয়ার্ডগুলো থেকে ফাইন্ড আউট করে আপনারা আনসার করবেন ফার্স্ট নাম্বারের অ্যানসার সো ফার্স্ট নাম্বার কি ছিল
capital.
The capital is the building where the US Congress meets. ঠিক আছে
Okay, number 6, Haytham.
সবগুলোর অ্যান্সার লিখতে হবে জরুরি প্লেসে পড়তে হবে অ্যান্সারগুলো লিখতে রাখতে ওকে
George Washington. A place near his home. This means he chooses.
Chosen. What word means to choose something from our box?
Five.
You got the right word. Picked.
Pick.
Picked. Past tense. Picked. What does that mean? It means chosen.
Chooses.
So,
Yeah.
hence. Well, welcome. Come in.
I have appointment.
I pick one. I choose one. I select one. all mean about the same thing. Okay? Can you pass that back to Vera? And Kosar, number 7.
Be one part of the city or country.
What word would be there? From our selection. There's not many left.
One part of city.
Any idea, Alina? Number 7? District. A district is one part of a city or a country. And number 8, Sahanara. Number 8.
Is the limits of property service for
Tourists.
tourists.
Which one would that be?
Tourism.
Tourism. I'm going to put this up here. 8 is up at the top. Okay, let's go back here and take a look at these words. Once again, maybe I should have done this at first. Wide streets. What does that mean? Wide streets. She's using sign language. Okay? Wide is how wide something is. It's the width. How wide. A street, narrow street, wide street. Number 2. What are blossoms? Flowers, when they open up. Do we know cherries? A fruit? So these are plants, before they become fruit, they have the flowers. Cherry blossoms. This one? The capital. So we know each state has a capital. Each country has a capital.
Yeah.
We also have letters. Small letters and capital letters. Often it's referred to as caps. On your computer it'll say caps. Business. What is a business?
Anyone, some people in it, say America, is open the business.
Okay. It's buying and selling of things, usually. Services or goods. Business.
Capital. Yes.
Always capital letter. Always. Because it's a specific place. Usually goes like this. Abbreviation.
Name. It's name.
What does this stand for? Building. Capital building. This one we just did. Choose, pick, select. And this is past tense. District. A district is an area. So if I said, what street is the business district in Hamtramck? Street or streets? What street in Hamtramck? Joseph Campo,
Holbrook.
Conan, Holbrook. Those are the busy streets. or business? Business district. A district is an area where certain things can be found. Let's go down here to the second part.
Section number 8.
Number 8.
First.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tourism. What is tourism? I don't know who it is, so I'm not going to answer it. Because
Anyone?
why? Why wouldn't I answer that? Do you answer?
Right.
Spam. If I answer spam, guess what? They're going to call me again, and again, and again, and again. Tourism. What is tourism?
Visiting place.
Visiting a place, yes. So tourism is visiting a place. The person who does that is called tourist. This is the person.
Yeah. In the place.
Here's the verb.
Yeah.
I want to tour
To,
a new country. Okay. When I do that, it's called tourism. Visiting another country. Tourism. Let's go down to the next part that says, what are capitals of some countries you know? What is the capital of... Will I see you Monday?
Yeah.
You coming Monday?
Yes.
Okay. Have a good day. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Very good. Take care. He has everything he needs.
yes.
What is the capital of Bangladesh?
Dhaka.
Dhaka. What is the capital of Yemen?
Sana.
Sana'a. What is the capital of the United States?
Washington DC.
What is the capital of Michigan?
Leipzig.
Very good. Number 2, what is the name of a wide street in Hamtramck? Joseph Campo,
Holbrook.
Holbrook. Oh, here's a good one. What American business do you find unusual? What does that mean, unusual?
That's a not regular thing.
Not regular. Is there a business you find not usual? I have one that I don't think is usual. TikTok. What is TikTok? What? What does it do?
See video. It's a sickness.
TikTok, what is it?
I use it Instagram. What is the word? Unusual.
Well, who uses TikTok? Anyone here?
Yes.
You like it?
Just watch, no. Instagram, the like, it's all. Beautiful.
I see a video.
For videos?
Yes.
Yes, for people that you want to speak with and
Yeah.
show. Instagram, I use Instagram. Why? Because Instagram, I can call and send videos and texts to people anywhere, any country. And how much does it cost me? Nothing extra. so it's free. So that's why I like that. Oh, here's the number 4. What is the most expensive district in Hamtramck? Doesn't really apply, but some of you had mentioned during Christmas, I visited some family in New York. And if you know New York, New York has 5 areas. They're called boroughs or districts. And Manhattan is one of them. And Manhattan is extremely expensive. If you buy something in Manhattan, you can buy it for $100, and you go somewhere else, it's $20. It's very expensive. Number 5, in what cities is there a lot of tourism?
Maybe Miami.
Miami, absolutely. Where else? Miami is in Florida, but city, New York City. How about Hamtramck?
No.
No?
Michigan.
Do people come to Hamtramck to visit?
Food.
They do. People actually come to Hamtramck for certain food that is here in common. Number 6, how does Washington, D.C. look in cherry blossom time? Pretty, attractive. Let's go down here to comprehension. And number 1. Washington, D.C. has no what? You all have that? Washington, D.C. is not a state. Number 2.
George Washington.
What do we think? A, B, or C?
Hey.
A. He picked the place for the capital. Number 3.
C.
Which one?
C.
C. Many famous places to see. The Smithsonian is a huge museum, and it's free to go in there. It has the biggest collection of stuff of any place that I can think of. So I wanted to run through that so I could get to this one. The verb list, for those of you that are new, did we all get this one? The verb list? This is something for you to refer to as we get into discussing grammar. Notice on page 132, we're going to do this one first. Page 132. It tells you up there the word work. Work. And then it says next to it is to work. That's the infinitive. Oh, I'm sorry. Did they get one back there? We all have this one? It's telling us the simple present. I work. Simple present. And then the next one is present continuous. I am working. So notice that for simple present, I work, You work, we work, they work, he, she, it works.
Add this.
We have to add the S. Add the S. But when we get to present continuous, I am working, you are working, we are working, they are working, he, she, it is working.
ING.
And then the ing is the same for each one. Simple past, I, you, we, they, he, she, it worked. Notice that frequently on ed words, it's not pronounced ed. It's with a t or d sound. Worked,
Worked.
not worked. Worked.
The sound tap. Teat.
It's a soft T.
Worked.
Then the next one, future.
I will.
I, you, we, they, he, she, it
Well.
will work. The other thing to remember about the future tense, future tense.
I will go. I'm going to go.
These are used interchangeably. One is as good as the other, whichever one you like. But notice, we need the infinitive. So you can't say, I am going talking. I am going to talk. They give you a variety of these to show you. The next one is the word live, and to live. He lives. Crossing my L. Lives.
He lives.
Now, this is an expression. Maybe you've heard this one. Lives. Lives. Notice the spelling, the sound. Lives. Verb. He lives here. We live here. He lives here. This one,
Lives.
lives.
One liar, two lives. One life, two lives.
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 Singular.
This one.
Two lives.
Names.
Knives.
Knives.
What is a knife? Cutting. So this is kind of, you have to figure out if you see this word, what is it? What is the story behind it? Figure out its meaning. The next group had to do with the word study. Notice that something happens with the past when we add
Study.
what happens.
Study.
Student.
Y becomes I
Study.
and then add ed.
Past.
Studied, not studied.
Study.
The next one is stop. What happens unusual with stop? What happened here?
Stop.
Stopping.
Stopping. Stopping. Stopping. Two.
Two B's. Why? Why?
Past simple.
No.
Past continuous.
But why double T? Why double P?
You add an ing.
Yes,
You have a vowel letter.
yes.
Present continuous.
The vowel.
Letter.
Present continuous.
We have 5 vowel letters here, yeah?
What would that say? Pronounce that. Stoping. Yes. Okay. You have to add this extra P to make the letter O correct. If you have this and this, that would be long O sound. I hope you are well.
You are well.
The rabbit hops.
Hops. Long O.
Short.
Short sound. Okay. Hop.
Hop.
Like rep. Hops. Long O. This E. What is the use of the present continuous? Present continuous. What does that mean? It means it's present, but it's happening right now. The clue there is happening right now. So if I said, in general, I talk when I get up in the morning, I drink coffee. Oh, surprise, I better get this. Hey, Sue. Yeah. Can we do the sign-in sheet?
Oh, yeah,
We'll do it right this second. Okay, yep, gotcha, thank you. Okay, we'll stop for today. Please bring back this one, okay? That says, do I, does, he, she, for Monday. Okay. Welcome those of you that are new. I'll get to know you better next week and the week after. We have lots of things to cover, and stay warm. And good.
We are on, and I'm gonna go through the photo box.
Okay. Okay. What we got broadcast today is on channel 19. On YouTube, it's called Hamtramck Public TV. And the link is Adult Ed, if you want to see this online. Okay. It's in the paper, shows you what's on here. The other thing, for those of you that are new today, to remind you that as we get into bad weather, the school sometimes closes, doesn't have school because of the weather. How do we know that? Because the news will tell us. School closing, you can look that up online, school closing, and you will look for
session camera set kora.
Wayne County Hamtramck. Okay, and it will tell you if there's a change. I have your phone numbers except for 3 people. No, 4 people. If the 4 people that just came today can fill something out for me. Thank you. Yes.
The daytime fund cover. Pressure na, but আমি এটার আলাদা পয়েন্ট মারতেছি। আর কম্পিউটারের ক্লাস যেটা সেটা সেটাটা কোনো করছে, এটা আলাদা একটা ক্লাস থাকে না, কম্পিউটারের কোথায় আলাদা। ওয়াইফাই এর কোনো প্রবলেম হচ্ছে না, আমরা সেট আমরা মেবি ল্যাপটপ প্রোভাইড করবো এনাফ থাকলে।
Who all was new today? Name, phone number, address. Okay? I got yours. Did I get yours yesterday?
Yeah, my name is Tamana.
Did you fill this out for me?
31327.
Name, phone number, address, where are you working? Any of yours? Nathan?
84.
Name, phone number, address, and where are you working? If you have it, are you working? Number, looking? Where? How do you like this? You like DoorDash? It's okay. I know. Name, phone number, address, and if you're working, where you work.
Just put housewife, but you can put your where you
Oh my
work.
goodness.
What kind? I know, right?
Where is that coming
Something here. Like look at
That's
this.
cold
Look at-
air.
Look at that. So it's right here somewhere. হ্যাঁ এখন যে ওর কাছে ইনফরমেশন থাকে আপনাদের ফোন নাম্বার তারপর যদি মাঝে মাঝে ওয়েদারের কারণে অফ যায় তাহলে টেক্সট দেবে সবাইকে ফোন খেয়াল করেন যদি টেক্সট মেসেজ যায় so just wanted to make sure with you we are getting some bad weathers school will text you or call you if we don't have any class. So make sure you check your phone before you come to the class.
They probably
Okay.
wouldn't have a chance in the morning.
Not in the morning,
Afternoon, yes.
but I will text you.
School closing.
Yeah.
No homework.
No homework for you. You did everything.
I didn't get them yet.
Oh. So, this is another worksheet. You can fill it up and give it to me next week, Monday. Very easy assignments, okay? And make sure you put your name in the paper. Your name on the paper. Each paper, okay? Make sure you put it so I know that's you, okay? Yeah, write name on each paper. Homework. Yeah. Yeah. So just fill it out. This is assignment, homework.
Rahman.
So do it and put your name on the paper.
Rahman. Right now,
Just wanted to make sure, just put your name on the paper I give you before you submit, okay?
Lita, Samaya, Mahfouz, Nina, and CD left, Kausar, Samanara, and Mohammed Jamal behind me. And Amir. See you Monday. See you. Thank you.
আমি আজকে জানতে পারছি যে so আপনারা লাইব্রেরিয়ানের কাছে গিয়ে একটা ফর্ম ফিল আপ করতে হবে ওই ফর্মটা ফিল আপ করে ফেলেন স্টুডেন্টদের জন্য ওরা লাইব্রেরি কার্ড রিকোয়ার্ড না বাট একটা ফর্ম ফিল আপ করতে হবে so
No, what's it?
Oh, okay.
Yes. Thank you. No, finish.
That's all?
Good.
Thank you.